Well, welcome to the treasure hunt. Since the announcement a couple months ago, the project has gone through a few changes. Mainly, a generous donor came forward to donate to the Nursing Scholarship Fund so everybody can participate. But I still hope you'll consider donating to this worthy cause. We all depend on nurses at one time or another. Now, this is the video with clues to the locations of the tokens for the prizes. If you find one of these treasure tokens, keep it, of course, and please email me via the website so that I can note the location as having been found, to perhaps save others the time of looking for that one. Now, all or most of the token locations will be marked with an orange spot underneath the token, so that if the token is found and picked up, you'll see an orange spot to tell you the token has been found. If you find a prize token or two, please call it a day and let others find the rest. Here's something important. The clues in this video are all in different forms, maybe video, maybe just audio. The clues are not in text or any other such thing that you can scan fast through the video to find. So you'll have to watch it in real time to see and hear all the clues. Most of them are very straightforward, but 3 or 4 of the clues are a little more complex and will yield some of the higher value prizes. Now, the prize locations are not in any place difficult or dangerous to reach. They're all pretty much at ground level, so there's no acrobatics or danger that is involved. So please take it easy, have fun, but participate at your own risk. There are many prize locations and tokens, and they're all within a several block area, mostly within the East and West Las Vegas historic districts. So you can take your time and do this by walking or by bike. It shouldn't require any rushing around in the car, so I hope everyone will take it easy and just enjoy yourself with this. But remember, participation is at your own risk. 4 other things. First, for purposes of this video, I'm referring to north as the direction that 7th Street goes up, which is not really precisely north, but for the purposes of this video and these clues, 7th Street goes north. Second, one of the clues requires finding the center of a triangle, and that's a specific defined method like this. I mean, you find the center of 2 sides of a triangle, and then you go out at a 90-degree angle towards the center from those centers, and where those 2 lines cross, that is the center of the triangle. So you'll need that for one of the clues. Third, the video is not just one clue after another. It's longer than that because it's part of a larger movie which completes a previous movie that's been in development. Therefore, it's got a lot to it besides clues. It's got bits of other videos and movie projects and a story. It's got Las Vegas history, architecture, lots of scenic shots. So I hope you'll be able to enjoy it and go with it all the way, which you'll have to do anyhow to catch all the clues to locations. Finally, the deadline for finding all the prize locations is tomorrow, Monday, at 5 p.m. By that time, the various prizes will be assigned to the various tokens that are found. And if you can make it to Charlie's Spick and Span at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Monday, you can meet with other winners to exchange prizes you'd rather have, so everybody can get particularly the books and artwork they'd prefer. Please look over that stuff on the website to think about what you would prefer as prizes. Now, if you're intrigued by any of the video clips you see in this video, they will be linked at the end, along with credits to the actors and so on, so that you can watch them in their entirety sometime if you wish. Okay, here we go, and thanks for participating. Again, feel free to donate to the Nursing Scholarship Fund on the website. That's what this is all about. And please thank and support the merchants and artists and others who contributed prizes to this event. Have fun.
There's a big eclair above me and a sidewalk down below. There's a token for some prizes by my tiny little toe.
Well, I'm sitting here in the Plaza Park, and waiting for somebody, an appointment, and I thought I'd tell you that there's this beautiful wooden statue over here. There's another beautiful one down there. Beautiful stuff people make around here. And if you'll look halfway between the two, exactly halfway between those two, you will find a fine prize token for some treasures. I don't know when my appointment will be here, but I'm enjoying myself sitting around. You enjoy the treasure hunt. Thank you.
Following up on a story we've been following, our Yvette Namura caught up with an elusive figure in a park in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and interviewed him in a historic hotel nearby exclusively for Reaction 7 News. So Yvette, remind us of the background here. This rather underground hero of music and movies and jingles so many of us have heard. I remember hearing an announcement a couple of years ago that a huge entertainment conglomerate has purchased rights to all his stuff.
So you notice the first letter of each word in the opening paragraph? Here, I've circled them.
You've really got no challenge in your life. No danger, no hardship. You are bored to death.
You really sound just like my mother.
You've had it too easy. That's your problem. You don't know about struggle and danger. I wish I could give you a little.
Okay, may I just say one thing? This is the most inane, meat-headed, stupid idea I've ever run across in the history of this show. And as a result, I am out. I mean, really out.
I always liked her. We were both rather into cryptology. You know, finding and giving clues embedded in the text.
Next, rumors that this will all be shelved. He's turned political and is running for, what, Yvette?
For President, Jose, President of the United States, and he was actually on the ballot. Here's the Arizona primary list, ahead of Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich, and all those other major candidates.
Right, Yvette. Of course. A strange campaign indeed, as I recall.
Hello from Arizona. I'm your candidate for President of the United States on the Republican ticket. Our history, our heritage. Great Americans should be remembered, memorialized. Pancho Villa, was he American?
After his Mexican immigrant ex-lover alleged that he threatened him.
If you hide things, you become very disturbed in your mind. So I'm very open when it comes to issues like that. I don't hold anything.
You know, my political handlers and puppet masters have suggested I start attacking my opponents. But I think I have a better way.
And then next thing, he's disappeared completely.
Right, Jose, and shows up in New Mexico with piles of money, which he claims to have no knowledge of. Not related to any crime, so he's under no particular suspicion.
And you caught up with him, Yvette, and talked to him. Let's see the footage.
Right, Jose, I did catch up with him in a park in his hometown. The interview quickly went south, as you'll see, but here's what we got. Thank you for meeting with me. I gather you're trying to lay a little bit low, so I appreciate your speaking to us.
Not at all, no problem.
So, in addition to your various projects that many people are familiar with, even if not by name, the jingles, songs, movies, and movie bits, you made a big splash a couple of years ago and then disappeared. So I wanted to catch up with you and bring our viewers up to date. I'm referring, of course, to your presidential run in the U.S. presidential campaign, the Arizona primary in 2012. So what happened? You had such a promising run going. At least it was generating some interest, some buzz, and then suddenly you disappeared.
Are you referring to a movie or? a video. I've done so many of them I forget sometimes.
Jim, your presidential primary run in Arizona in 2012, are you going to tell us what happened? Surely you haven't forgotten. So, your presidential run, you haven't forgotten. Did something terrible happen that made you forget?
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's amazing how the blue area goes with the white area. It's so white, then blue, then it's white, then it's white again. It's so deep, so deep. Now, I want you to listen carefully. You will not remember we had this talk.
Jim? Hello? I know your life is about movies and videos, but can we just come down to earth here for a second and talk about this?
Video? I did a video right here once, a pretty good one.
Yeah, we were on top. We were flying. We were swinging. We were the Rat Pack.
Now you want to notice where these folks are standing and check right there.
Okay, let's wrap this up. We're getting nowhere. I think this guy has some sort of a problem, or is he playing games? Thanks a lot for your time.
Oh, and by the way, the bandstand over there, I'll swing this around. The north side of the bandstand. If you look around on the north side of the bandstand over there, you'll also find a token for some treasures. Okay?
This is Gail Green Screen again with Gail's Green Screen Tours. Today, visiting historic Lincoln Park in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Behind us here, opposite the park, is the Las Vegas Optic, the local newspaper since 1879. Coming around, coming around. Around. All right. Behind this tree, note the tree, the tree, the tree. Behind it, behind me, you see the beautiful stone bandstand, which is often used by visiting musical artists for music videos.
And at the very north edge of this bandstand is a token for a prize.
As is much of this very, 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 very pretty town. Anyhow, the Lincoln Park District was the first fashionable residential area to be developed in Las Vegas following the arrival of the railroad. In 1879, the beautiful homes of many styles, including modest, vernacular, and elaborate Queen Anne and Italianate style. Are we seeing pictures of the homes here or just the park? Lincoln Park was the location of the first Teddy Roosevelt Rough Riders reunion in 1899. Spanish-American veterans, including Teddy Roosevelt, camped right here in Lincoln Park for the reunion. In fact, on a personal note, my great-great-uncle, Solomon Greenscreen, he was a provisioner for the expedition. Hello, what's this now? This doesn't look very savory. Hello, 911, I'm down at Lincoln Park. There's a very scary-looking man in the playground where the kids should be. No, he's not bothering any kids. In fact, there aren't even any kids around. But he's scaring me. Doesn't that count for anything? Well, I'm trying to do a tour of the park to promote this little burg. And this very derelict and scary looking man is swinging on a kid's swing. By the tree, the tree. Note the tree. The tree. Note the tree. The tree. Over by the tree.
If I said we're heading to Vegas, you'd probably say that sounds like fun. We'll drop a few dollars on poker, baccarat and 21. But if I said we'd also go skiing and fishing in a clear mountain stream,
no hot desert sun, but loads of good fun, where the sun sets with a beautiful glow. I'm talking about the real Las Vegas, Las Vegas, New Mexico. Look right under the big sign if you please. No big strip, no bright light casinos.
Silent stars Helen Holmes and Romaine Fielding shot many films in Las Vegas, including Fielding's 1913 two-reeler, The Rattlesnake.
And until he died in 1940, Tom Mix said he'd live in Las Vegas, New Mexico forever if only he could escape Hollywood, which of course he never did.
Red Dawn highlighted Las Vegas's incredible variety of scenery, skies, and climate. The Ballad of Gregorio Cortez was set in the West of 100 years ago, easily recreated on Las Vegas's Old Town Plaza. Las Vegas's architecture and look, quite unexpected for the Southwest, was put to good use in A Fool for Love.
One of the most beautiful gifts offered in the treasure hunt was created by jeweler Tito Chavez. Here he is at his gallery with a channeled message.
Oh wait, I'm channeling a clue. They're referring to Old Town, West Las Vegas, as Spanish Town. Here it comes. When entering Spanish Town, over fog, going over river, directly on north side.
Where exactly?
Clearly located over center, kid.
And one last shot of the sky. This is fantastic.
Just one station in a little town. Lots of people, black and white and brown. Every kind of music they could play, coming at you every time of day. Heard the DJ when his mic was on, thought it was off and next day he was gone. Heard the local candidates debate, but the one in jail could not participate. Small town radio, you hear it everywhere you go. One way I learned about the things I know about New York, LA, and Tokyo. Little glimmerings of life beyond, little ripples from across the pond. Rock and country, soul and Spanish songs helped a growing boy to get along. This is gonna be a stretch for now, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. Down on Douglas at the Masonic Temple, around the corner plastered plain and simple. There's a wall with cement over brick. Sometimes art appears when things just click. And if you look down along the ground, a treasure token might be quickly found. Small town radio, you hear it everywhere you go. One way I learned about the things I know.
Where I'm standing, at the old Castaneda, is a token for prizes that you'll sure enjoy later.
And people would bring in from the farms up, in the farm somewhere, and up in the mountains, all kinds of wools and hides and furs. And it was close to that La Lanera, so they called that place La Lanera.
This, of course, is a great Tiger wool warehouse building. I believe it was built in 1900. On the other side of the building, there's a great historic painted sign that says in Spanish, we accept hides, wool, please bring it in, basically. I remember going into this building as a kid, and you could still smell the hides from, 50 years ago. There was a great big scale.
There's also a prize token right in front of the building, Elmo.
You could just put something on there and you could get a weight. There's the old, Jimmy, there's the old sign. Dinero al contado. Cash on the barrelhead.
Milton used to say, in God we trust, everybody else pays cash.
I make collages out of bits of cut paper. At our old gallery, there's a token where you can follow this caper. Oh, well, don't mind me.
No, I don't. Okay. Art. It's exciting. It's fabulous.
You like art?
Marion Britt. Agree or disagree? Art. It's exciting.
Disagree. Can you get my name right? I mean, I don't mind what you call me, but it's what other people may.
Well, state your name and then we'll have it for the record.
Meredith Britt.
Okay. I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me. We're here to talk about your art. Let's take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay.
This is quite the opportunity,
Well,
frankly.
Yes, thank you. And my art expresses a lot of artisticness and creativity, imagination, and
talk to me. Talk to me more about that.
Oh, excuse me.
Talk to me more about that. That's what I want to talk about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll try. I'm a very creative person.
Mm-hmm. Clearly.
A genius, and
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like. Let's make sure to get that. Okay.
Okay. I only.
I like it. It's called sass. I like that.
Oh,
here's where I want to go with this.
Okay.
Fun. Let's talk about some of your art. How's that? Is that an idea?
Art.
Okay. Now we're gonna look at, let's say, 3 pieces here. Okay. Let's talk about specific pieces
Suburbia.
here. Suburbia. We're gonna cut in Suburbia. Cut out my voice,
the urban
please.
experience.
Let's get this right this time. Okay.
Just cut you out when you edit. Is
Go
that
ahead.
How it goes?
Tell me about Suburbia. Beautiful. Cut paper collage.
Cut paper collage. I found that paper in a dumpster.
so many parks and sidewalks, like this beautiful one, my brother, you'll find a token a third of the way from one end or the other.
Well, the world goes round and so do we. Been doing this dance since 43 now.
I have to say that this place is kind of a shrine to me, because this is where, during my junior high years, on lunch breaks, they had music playing here to keep everybody out of trouble, presumably. And at these sock hops, what people danced was the Jitterbug. And I learned, I think mostly from the girls here, how to dance a Jitterbug, which of course is easy to learn at an age like that. And otherwise I probably never would have learned it. But I still love to Jitterbug. So I am eternally grateful that I was exposed to the Jitterbug and learned how to dance it. And I think that Jitterbug is the salvation of the world. And I know that sounds crazy, but I just think it is. Swing dancing and Jitterbug. Thank you for listening.
So come with me to the downtown club. Give me a squeeze and I'll give you a hug. As soon as we hear that 4-4 sound, the first starts flying and we go to town. I never seen such a beautiful sight. It's all our friends jitterbugging all night. I'm saying, do you like the jitterbug? Of course I do. Spinning with a little time. Certainly, round and round.
Yeah, Las Vegas, New Mexico. A lot of films have been shot here. Yeah, a lot of them. Look it up. Red Dawn. I was in that one. No Country for Old Whatever.
Hello. Can I help you with something?
If you look around a little at the theater down the street, you'll no longer find any movies, but perhaps a token at your feet.
So, regarding No Country for Old Men, here's a little irony no one seems to have noticed. And I've Googled the internets for this one, and it's not there.
If you remember in the film, this is the exact intersection where a certain accident happens, right near the end of the film. Right here at the corner of 6th and Baca, when I was in high school, one day during lunch hour, a kid ran a stop sign that was right, a yield sign that was right here, and a lady in another car was killed. That's why these stop signs are here right now. And if that stop sign is still there, and you never really know from day to day around here, there's a prize token at the bottom of it. Now there's a lot in this video about trees and sky and trees, and that's just the way it is. I am fascinated with them both. And I want to refer you back to a previous segment, and this is a clue. This is a clue for one of the more complicated, valuable clues and prizes that is in here. So if you'll think back to the Lincoln Park sequence with Gale green screen, it starts and ends with two trees which are highlighted in the video. And if you find those two trees and look exactly halfway between them, you will find a token for one of the more valuable prize packages. There really couldn't be a more beautiful town to take an evening bike ride in, nor to live in or die in, for that matter. It's funny, knowing Las Vegas's incredibly violent frontier past, unsurpassed anywhere on the frontier, according to many historians, still, many people visit Las Vegas and say it's the friendliest town you've ever seen. A place where you have no doubt that people would stop to help you out with whatever you need, whatever it is, at the drop of a hat. It's almost like the depths of the human heart have been carved out by the violence that's been around here, and which still lingers in a way, and have left room for so much love and beauty and eccentricity, a place to grow and be yourself. It's almost like the space for that is overwhelming. Strange is not strange around here. And the sky, always the sky. Every moment from the sky, every cloud is a statement from the Creator, in my view, just waiting patiently to be heard, to be understood. Infinitely eloquent and mysterious and sensible. That's why I capture the sky as much as what's below.
Other than the many fabled outlaws of the town's incredibly violent frontier past, Miss Finley was certainly the city's most famous resident, at least in the past few decades, having written over 20 best-selling mysteries, including, of course, her classic Double Clue, which was twice made into hit films. Miss Finley died yesterday at the age of only 75, of causes which have not yet been announced.
We interrupt this cheerful little mystery to tell you that on the curb, by the corner of that crow's nest, is a token for a treasure trove of loot. The Midwestern architecture you see, by the way, is due to the railroad having come in here in 1879 and making this a big headquarters, hence a big and bustling frontier town with an opera house, churches of course, and the first telephone exchange, the first synagogue in New Mexico territory. This was long before that other Las Vegas ever even existed, by the way. So this whole half of town is built to suit the taste of the Midwesterners who moved in here with the railroad operation. This Midwestern-style town butts right up against the more traditional adobe homes in the old town on the other side of the river, just like the mountains and national forests on one side of town meet right here, the open plains that stretch over into Oklahoma and Texas. No place like it anywhere, really, and as I say, no place like this for an evening bike ride. Please don't miss that tree in the left foreground that I'm about to walk by there. Cobra, sexual energy.
Okay, well then we also have steel libido. That's a really good
Steel libido, indeed. Excellent, excellent. A lot of people with needs.
We rode here on a wagon train through storm and danger and heat. Perhaps you'll find a token somewhere around my feet.
Okay, back at the plaza again, and I got a surprise for you with regard to prizes. I mentioned these two statues earlier, this one and this one. And now, if you'll look at the third one, which is over there, and consider the triangle between those three statues, if you'll determine and look at the exact center of that triangle. And remember, I explained earlier in the video, if you don't know how to determine the exact center of a triangle, if you'll look in the center of the triangle between these three wooden statues, you will find an extra valuable prize token.
It's no good, Maxine.
What's that, Larry?
The satire. The satire. Nobody's interested anymore.
What satire, Larry?
The satire, Maxine. Satire. That's what I do for a living.
Come on, Larry. You're good. You're the best.
No, it's no good, Maxine. Nobody cares anymore. I'm washed up.
No, Larry, you're the best. Here, you want some coffee?
I don't drink coffee, Maxine. Nobody cares about my satire.
People are too busy nowadays, Larry. Too tired. Nobody cares.
That's what I'm saying, Maxine. Nobody cares anymore.
Have a cigarette, Larry. It'll calm your nerves.
I don't smoke, Maxine. I'm washed up.
No, Larry, you're still the best in the business. I was thinking, why don't you do something on Washington?
Which Washington?
You know, Washington, D.C., the capital. Politics. It's all a mess. Surely there's some comedy in that.
That's about all I do, Maxine. Politics, Washington. Nobody cares anymore.
I care, Larry. Are you sure you don't want some coffee? How about a cigarette, Larry? It'll calm your nerves.
You know what would calm my nerves, Maxine? If someone could figure out this clue. You see, earlier in this video, there was a clue to a prize down the street from Tito's gallery, by Tito himself. Now, if you notice, the wording of the clue that Tito said was a little strange. That's because there was a clue within a clue. Now, before you ask me what I mean, Maxine, I'll tell you. If you take the first letter of each word that Tito said and write them down, they form a sentence or a phrase, and that phrase describes the location of one of the prize tokens. And because this is an extra complicated clue, and you have to go back to Tito's clue to figure it out, it's an extra valuable clue for extra valuable prizes. Now, Maxine, don't even start with me, please. I explained it clearly. The first letter of each word of Tito's clue spell out a sentence or a phrase which is clue for this extra complicated location prize. Okay, Maxine? Thanks.
Look, I don't mind talking to you at all. We haven't done anything illegal at all. It's called marketing, strategy. That's my business. You've heard of corporations being people? Well, I'm a person who thinks I'm a corporation. I'm here to serve. Now look, our clients were looking for a candidate to serve their interest, which is also legal, by the way. And so we went searching for someone new, fresh, someone who's not a politician already and therefore knows nothing. That's my editorial opinion. And we found this guy, creative, original, authentic, proven ability to reach people, like an Irving Berlin, Mark Twain kind of guy. Authentic American bullshit. You know. Here, in fact, I've got our presentation DVD we used to pitch this guy to the clients.
Why don't you let me buy you a beer?
I should just quit right there.
He calls it Sing a Song of Snapple.
Sing a song of Snapple, but wait until you drink. 'Cause singing while you're swallowing is harder than you think. Grab that friendly bottle, enjoy its heft and girth, and gulp the drink that's made from all the finest stuff on earth. Okay, kids, sing a song of Snapple, but wait until you drink. 'Cause singing while you're swallowing is hard.
Tall snow moss, clean and beautiful here in New Mexico.
Riding the highway in New Mexico, I saw litter around me, above and below.
What's the cost of what you toss? How can you count such a tiny loss?
That dog got a mighty, so tasty and so bitey, good to chew.
He even had a few semi-successful product launches with these jingles.
I think I'll have beans today. And how about sauerkraut?
Hillbilly barbells, yeah. Hillbilly barbells, yeah. Hillbilly barbells, yeah.
Your doodads and critters, let them be your babysitters. Give them a home up on your mully tree. Spanglish muffins will be stuffing you good.
So anyhow, I can't speak to the methods the clients used to engage him in that campaign, and I'm not real clear on what went wrong. Something obviously did. He ends up in New Mexico, dazed and confused, and evidently doesn't even remember he ran for president. Is any of that my fault? He's in a beautiful town, unique, more historical distinctions than you can shake a stick at. A Jack Johnson world title fight, Teddy Roosevelt, the first $1 million hotel in the West, the guy who enabled women to vote, a historic broadcast event in the history of civil liberties, a history of violence unmatched anywhere in the West, millions of movies shot here all the way back to the silent westerns, beautiful old cars, the New Mexican food capital of the United States. Give me a break. It's a little slice of heaven. And no, it's strictly coincidence he ends up in my town, my vacation town. I hardly ever see him around. I don't know him, except I know he lives in some sort of fantasy world. One song, one video, and one movie project after another. The Roger Corman of the Southwest. So come on, he's doing all right. He's got an ego as big as the western sky. I've seen him around town doing his snotty English butler routine to promote the town. God bless him. This town could use some promotion.
I wish I could holiday in Vegas.
Yes, this sure is Las Vegas.
So my conscience is clear. I do my job. If you ask me for a candidate and pay my fee, by God, I'll find you a candidate. You know what I mean? Okay, it's been fun. Thanks for stopping by.